I've done my research and purchased my very first drill press, but why did I pick this one? And what's the difference between a benchtop model and a floor model? Have you heard the term swing and stroke distance? I will cover all of that today. And before we begin, I never expected to get this level of fun with a Harbor Freight tool. A lot of questions flooded in when I began searching for the one. When my wife asked if I had wanted a drill press or a bandsaw for my birthday, I said bandsaw. I remember always using my dad's bandsaw, but I also remember being terrified of the table saw, and frankly still am. Let's bring the spotlight back to this little beauty. All over the internet forums talk about the two least used tools in woodworking shops: the drill press and the joiner. I don't own a joiner. I have only had, I think, one project that required a drill press. Otherwise, these hole guides are a dream for quick and accurate drilling, as long as you don't melt your half-inch like I did and cut too many at one time. Let them cool down, guys. It's a piece of plastic. I picked up the Central Machinery 10-inch 12-speed benchtop drill press from Harbor Freight. It was $149. There is a model that is smaller, and there are quite a few that are bigger than this one. They are on clearance, so act quickly. This little guy has been a blast. Watching the depth gauge line scroll past the arrow, the smooth operation, and the old school belt adjustment for speeds gives me a mechanical tech feeling when you move the belts around instead of simply turning a knob. Maybe all drill presses are like that. I don't know. This drill press comes in at 28 inches high, 20 inches long, and 10 inches wide. There are 12 speeds from 300 RPM up to 2900 RPM. Its stroke length is 2 3/8 inches. The stroke distance represents how far the chuck can be moved up and down while using the drill press. Generally, the larger the stroke distance, the more expensive the machine is. But as the distance grows larger, so does the thickness of the material you can safely bore. It has a 120 volt standard grounded plug, 3.85 amps, if that information is important to you. Never have understood what amps are. Included is the drill press, some literature, which was not helpful whatsoever during the assembly stage. Where does this go? Cheap tools often have poopy instructions. It came with a chuck key and a chuck key release. Guys, this little guy was a real head scratcher until my dad told me what it was. It is inserted above the chuck and used as a wedge to remove the chuck. The knob for the little door was also raising my blood pressure, but I figured that one out with an overall diagram of the parts. The cut is smooth as butter, and before I knew a speed spade was completely useless and unsafe in the drill press, instead of the material spinning around and gut checking me, the pulley attached to the motor actually continued to spin, and because of the resistance, the other pulleys had stopped moving. I might not have had the belt tension up high enough, but that is fine. Anyways, the negatives include the sticker for the table angle. It's unreliable, but a digital level is a simple fix. You also have to loosen a bolt in order to adjust the table. It's not a quick setting, so just know you will have to get a socket in there to get this off. The handle to move the table up and down is a lower grade plastic, which is fine for its purpose, but I am going to find a replacement that's metal. Feels a little more manly. Lastly, the teeth on the column are not in a fixed position, so it can move around, causing your table to pivot, which might pose an issue if you're using certain jigs. Also, this material support thing was given to me, and since it clamps around the teeth, it honestly prevents them from moving. So, problem solved. We covered stroke distance, which is not a swimming term. It's the amount of travel for your bit would have going up and down. This one is 2 3/8 inches. The term 10-inch is referring to its swing, or the widest board you can drill a hole into the dead center of. Drill press swing is the distance from the center of the spindle, where the drill bit would be inserted, to the support column, the pole that holds the drill press upright, multiplied by 2. So a drill press with a 10-inch swing would be able to drill a hole in the center, 5 inches, of a 10-inch circle or square piece of material. There are two basic styles of drill presses, floor and bench top. This little guy is both because I have yet to build the flip cart for it to live on, so it actually lives on the ground right now. Next week, we'll fix that problem. As the name suggests, floor drill presses are large tools that stand on the floor. These typically have a lot of power and a swing of 13 to 20 inches. Floor standing drill presses are best for professional and heavy-duty use. Bench top drill presses sit on a workbench or on the flippy cart someday. These smaller machines generally have a swing of 8 to 12 inches and handle light to moderate drilling tasks. Generally, these are best for the average DIYer or hobbyist. While the primary use of a drill press is to drill holes, particularly large bore holes or holes that don't go all the way through the wood, this tool has many other uses. The Family Handyman website has a plethora of cool jigs I want to make. I dropped a link in the description. I haven't made any of those attachments yet, but they will be coming. There are also a ton of bits that you can buy which serve different and specific purposes, adding more versatility to your drill press. And lastly, here are some drill press safety tips. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up so it can be recommended to other cool cats like yourselves. This may be the first time we met, so hello. Consider subscribing for more woodworking content. I try to post a video at least once a week. So thank you guys for watching, and go pick up a drill press. Yeah.